I would like to call this meeting of the Cherry Hill Township Board of Education to order. We'll start with a roll call of our incumbent board members. Dr. Dickinson. Mr. Goodwin. Mrs. Judge.
Here.
Mrs. Matlack.
Here.
Mrs. Seidel.
Here.
Mrs. Scarpolino.
Here.
Mr. Tomlinson.
Here.
Notice is hereby given by the Cherry Hill Township Board of Education that a special meeting will be held at the Malberg Administration Building, 45 Ronaldo Terrace, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, on January 3rd at 7 p.m. The Board of Education will conduct the organization meeting in public session at 7 p.m. for purposes of considering and voting on the items presented on the organization agenda. Formal action will be taken at the organization meeting on any and all business involving the school district and other such items that may be brought before the board not known or reasonably foreseeable at the time of the notice. Please rise for the flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our first notice of business is to read the results of the election. We had three individuals elected to the Board of Education. Mrs. Jane Scarpolino with 11,764 votes, Mrs. Ruth Schultz with 11,965 votes, and Mr. Edward Wang with 10,637 votes. If our new board members could come forward, Mr. Green will administer the oath of office.
So, raise your right hand and repeat after me. There are two oaths that we're going to recite. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people. So help me God. I state your name again. Do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of the Cherry Hill Board of Education, am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to RS 19:4-1, am not disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in NJSA 18A:12-1, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
All right, so we will now do a roll call of our seated board. Dr. Dickinson. Mr. Goodwin.
Here.
Mrs. Judge.
Here.
Mrs. Matlack.
Here.
Mrs. Seidel.
Here.
Mrs. Scarpolino.
Here.
Mrs. Schultz.
Here.
Mr. Tomlinson.
Here.
I would now like to entertain nominations for Board of Education President. Matlack.
I'd like to nominate Dr. Barry Dickinson for president.
We have a second? Mr. Goodwin. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, you're up again.
Come in a little closer to the mic. Right hand. I, Barry Dickinson,
I, Barry Dickinson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of President
for the office of President
of the Cherry Hill Board of Education,
of the Cherry Hill Board of Education,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of that office
perform all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best.
Help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Okay, I would like to entertain nominations for the Board of Education Vice President. Eric.
Nominate Eric Goodwin for Vice President of the Cherry Hill Board of Education. Can I have a second?
Mrs. Seidel. All in favor? Congratulations.
I, Eric Goodwin,
I, Eric Goodwin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of Vice President
for the office of Vice President
of the Cherry Hill Board of Education,
of the Cherry Hill Board of Education,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of that office
perform all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can fill that one up.
Okay, we have a couple of appointments. It is recommended that Carol Matlack be appointed as the district's representative to the Camden County School Boards Association Executive Committee for a term commencing on January 3rd, 2017 until the organizational meeting in 2018. Okay. It is recommended that Lisa Seidel be appointed as the district's representative to the New Jersey School Boards Association for a term commencing on January 3rd, 2017, until the organizational meeting in 2018. And it is recommended that Kathy Judge be appointed as the district representative to the Camden County Educational Services Commission for a term commencing on January 3rd, 2017, until the organizational meeting in 2018. Do I have a second? Mrs. Scarpolino. Oh, Mrs. Sugars?
Dr. Dickinson?
Yes, Dahl.
Mr. Goodwin?
Yes.
Mrs. Judge?
Yes to all.
Mrs. Matlack?
Yes.
Mrs. Seidel?
Yes.
Mrs. Scarpolino?
Yes to all.
Mrs. Schultz?
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson?
Yes to all.
And I think our outgoing president would like to have a few words. Mrs. Matlack.
Thank you very much. I don't have anything prepared, but I just wanted to say excuse me. I just want to say thank you to my fellow board members for these past 2 years. It's been rough at times. We've had a lot of major issues, but we always had each other, and we didn't always agree, but we worked well together. That was invaluable to me. Sorry. And I'd also like to thank the administration, because we have an incredible working relationship with our administrators here. And I've said it both times when I came on as president. We are the envy of districts throughout the state, the relationship we have with our administrators. So I'd just like to thank them. Dr. Malash, Dr. Campisi's over there, Mrs. Wilson, I'm trying to see who else is over there, Mr. Bart. Thank you all very much, and those who are not here, everybody who's not here as well. As board president, I appreciated working with you and the cooperation that we have together, and as a board member, I can say that the board has appreciated that as well. So thank you to everyone, and I wish Barry and Eric a good tenure as board president and vice president. Barry, it was a pleasure to work with you for the past year, and I'm here to help wherever I can. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Matlack. Guess I will turn it over to Mrs. Sugars. Motion to adjourn, sorry. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Mrs. Seidel, second. Mrs. Judge.
You can do a voice acclamation.
All in
Yep.
favor?